Here, my honorable brothers and sisters, are the pictures of the rituals of Hajj in full, briefly and with ease, so that none of you think that it is difficult or a lot. At your service, O Allah, at your service. Spec is not a partner for you to pick. Praise be to you and the King. You have no partner. First, the ihram means that the pilgrim intends to enter ihram, that is, to enter into the rituals of Hajj, with his heart, preparing the intention for that. The time for Hajj is the month of Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah. Hajj acts are performed on the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th of Dhul Hijjah, and this is the temporal time for ihram, and with regard to the spatial time for ihram, they are according to the country as follows. The Miqat of the people of Medina, Dhul Hulfa, the Miqat of the people of Yemen, El Sadiyya, and the Miqat of the people of Egypt, the Levant and Morocco, Al Jaffa. Secondly, circumambulation, and if the circumambulation of arrival comes second when mentioning the rituals of Hajj in order, it is the first of the Hajj rituals. The circumambulation of arrival is one of the sunnahs of Hajj, according to the public, and it is called the circumambulation of roses, the circumambulation of incoming, and the circumambulation of greeting, because it was prescribed for those coming from other than Makkah al-Mukarramah. And the circumambulation of arrival begins with the pilgrim entering Makkah al-Mukarramah, in order to greet the ancient house, and the end of its time is to stand at Arafah according to the majority of jurists, on the authority of Aisha, may God be pleased with her. The first thing he started with when the Prophet, may God's prayers and peace be upon him, came and he greeted, he performed ablution, then circumambulated. Third, 3 walking between Safa and Marwa. The condition in the pursuit is to complete 7 circuits. The Almighty said, indeed, Safa and Marwa are among the rituals of God. The time for Sa'i begins on the day of sacrifice, and the Sa'i is when the pilgrim ascends the Safa to start Sa'i, facing the Kaaba, uniting Allah, the Most High, and saying takbir to him, then heading to Al-Marwa with the usual walking, and if he aligns with the 2 green pillars, he walks faster, until he reaches Al-Marwa, uniting Allah and saying takbir to him, and this one run. Then he proceeds to the second round, and does in it the same as he did in the first round, until the 7th round is completed. Fourth, the day of Tarwiyah is in Mina. The day of Al-Tarwiyah coincides with the 8th day of Dhul Hijjah, and it is desirable for the pilgrim to come out of Makkah to Mina on the day of Al-Tarwiyah, so he will pray with 5 prayers, to Arafah on foot after sunrise of Arafah, which is a sunnah according to the majority of scholars.
Fifthly, standing by his custom, which is the first pillar of the pilgrimage, and the pilgrimage is not complete without it, and the 9th day of Dhul Hijjah and the night of the 10th of Dhul Hijjah correspond to the break of dawn on the day of sacrifice. Sixth, overnight in Muzdalifah and stoning Jamrat al-Aqaba. The pilgrim walks to Muzdalifah, and it is permissible to delay the Maghrib and Isha prayers in order to perform them in Muzdalifah. How to throw stones and takbir. The jurists agreed that stoning the Jamrat is one of the duties of Hajj, and it is thrown in the places designated for stoning, and these Jamrat are thrown from all directions. The number of pebbles to be thrown is 7 pebbles, and the pilgrim says takbir with each pebble. 7th, sacrifice and decomposition. The sacrifice is either a voluntary sacrifice, a gift of tamattu or the Quran, or to make up for a shortcoming, and the time of slaughtering the sacrifice is according to the reason for slaughtering the sacrifice.
8th, Tawaf al-Ifadah. The time of the circumambulation of the Ifadah, which is called the circumambulation of the visit. It is one of the pillars of Hajj according to the agreement of the 4 schools, and what is required is 7 rounds according to the majority of scholars, while the Hanafis said that the required pillar is to perform only 4 rounds. 9th, stoning the Jamarat during the days of Tashriq. The 3 Jamarat are, the first Jamra, it is the first Jamra, and it is located after Al-Kayf Mosque in Mina, and it is the farthest Jamarat from Makkah al-Mukarramah, and it is thrown with 7 successive pebbles. The second Jamra, after the first Jamra and before Jamrat al-Aqaba, 7 pebbles are thrown, with the takbir being thrown with each pebble. The third Jamarat, which is Jamrat al-Aqaba, 7 pebbles are thrown, and the pilgrim says the takbir with each pebble, the farewell circumambulation and the completion of the Hajj. The reason for calling it that is because the pilgrim deposits it in the sacred house, and its time is after the pilgrim finishes all the rituals of Hajj.
If you like the content of the Islamic Religion channel, subscribe to the channel, press like and write a comment.